But anyway, 135, episode 135, Transferable Experience Podcast, the TEP. The brothers are in here. How you doing, brothers?
Whoa.
Yo. Yeah, we in here, man. How's everybody doing today? How we feeling? What's the motion like?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I'm hungry.
Slow and steady, fast and reckless. Where we at?
When did y'all water fast start officially? Today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
So y'all at 24 hours?
Yeah. Well,
wait, when did it start? What, like y'all didn't eat at all yesterday?
Yeah, it started yesterday morning, huh?
Yours started yesterday morning.
Yeah,
Mine started yesterday like evening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you coming up on 24?
Yeah. Like I'm at 24 hours now.
Yeah. I'm coming up on 2 days in.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Because it's something that's on my mind, and listeners know that you kind of spoke on it earlier, in a couple episodes earlier, and I was like, it came about funny because I was telling Earlton that I was at work, and actually it was just a busy day where like I didn't find time to eat because, like, yes, I clock in, I clock out, but it's like it's funny because when you work somewhere where everybody else is kind of salary, you kind of pick up it's like go when you go type of thing. So I don't have a time I have to go eat. You just go, right?
Yeah.
And then it was just busy. And a lot of calls, a lot of emails and stuff. And I looked up, it was like 2:30 or something like that, and I haven't eaten. And I was like thinking, dang, I ain't ate since last night. And then that's when I put the message in the chat, and I was like, should I go to lunch and just start this fast now? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
at
when
that point.
Yeah, and when you told me, dang, you should have told me something, I would have started with you. I was like, all right, I'll start tomorrow then. Yeah. Because I was about to start then. Yeah. Then I was like, nah, I wasn't ready. Yeah. I wasn't mentally. Yeah. I didn't take no vitamins, nothing that morning. I was like, nah, not today. Yeah. Tomorrow. You know what I mean? So, So I started yesterday morning. And
whenever you.
Okay, so you started Wednesday.
Yeah, I started Wednesday.
So today,
today my second day.
And you started Wednesday
afternoon. So when you text that and was like, you put the pills in there or whatever, the vitamins and stuff, I literally had like food in my mouth. I was like, oh, all right, bet. Yeah.
Well, I said tomorrow. I was like,
But yeah, after that, I was like, all right, I'm good. Like I went and got the other stuff that I needed, and then I just started after that.
What was your last meal?
What did I eat?
I don't know if I should ask that. Never mind.
Your last meal. What did I? I was like snacking on something. It was
okay.
Yeah, so it was probably like an apple and.
So
it was breakfast tacos. That's what it was.
You going just as long as you can go?
Yeah, I'm trying to make it. My goal is 7 days, so I'm trying to do the whole 7. Okay. But 3 days is like my.
Okay.
Yeah. After 3 days, if I'm just like, exactly.
That's a good place to start.
Yeah.
And what you trying to do?
I'm trying to do the full 7. Okay. But my test is going to come the weekend. Saturday, Sunday.
I'm about to say that's the
weekend is crazy.
Yeah, because the weekday, like you say, you can be so busy with work that it's easy to But then the weekend when you off and you just sitting and just sitting
and you think you in your house,
and
you know you got stuff in there you can eat or you can go get that.
I was about to say I'm at home all day. I told you what I did. I walk in the kitchen and open the refrigerator. I was like, let me close this. I can't do nothing with nothing.
I would need something that constantly engage my mind. So I wouldn't be thinking about food. During the weekday, my schedule is busy enough to where I would naturally like not think about it.
Right. The weekend, that's when it happens.
Just sitting around, man.
And I was telling.
I don't have an adult beverage.
Man, come on, man. It's a wrap.
I guess you shouldn't if you're on a water fast anyway.
Yeah, I haven't had that either. You know what's funny? I walked into work today. So I started it yesterday, right? And the day before that, I told my my coworkers, like, I'm gonna start my fast tomorrow. And then I walked into work yesterday. And my best manager was like, hey, I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to do the fast with you. He thought it was one day. He thought it was one day. So he did that day. And I walked in today, and there was like a pack of beef jerky on my desk. I guess he got it for me or whatever.
For finishing the fast.
Yeah, for doing the fast. And he was like, there you go, man. And he was like, how long are you doing it? He said, are you still fasting? I was like, yeah. He said, how long are you going? I said, 7 days. He said, whoa.
Yeah, that's intense.
He said, I had a breakfast burrito this morning.
Yeah.
It'll be the weekend.
Yeah.
Just to eat me alive.
Yeah, so
Ooh,
but
good luck, my brothers.
It'd be good. It's like a little cleanse. I needed to detox. I needed to break because I had too much stuff going on internally.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say, it was all that drinking, man, and over the holidays, I kind of like slacked on my diet and what I typically kind of stick to for the most part, and I hadn't been working out and stuff, and I just started looking at myself in the mirror like, dang, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't like how I feel. So I had already said, like, even before Christmas, that I was gonna do a cleanse at the top of the year, but I ain't have everything that I needed to get it done. So this is a perfect time, man. And it's better because you're doing it with somebody. So
it's different when you're doing it by yourself. Then you just feel alone.
Brothers, y'all live y'all life of purity.
Man, try to, man. Try to.
Also, I'll tell you after. I'll tell you now. I need you to send me some, because I just know you know how to find stuff. Some like ab workouts for like the lower stomach.
Roman chair lifts, leg lifts.
Really?
Like straight leg lifts, not like to bring your knees to you, but when you're sitting up there, just your legs all the way up.
You can do that in a lot of different ways. Because I don't have a. People normally use a dip bar or something like that where you can.
Yeah, they usually have those. Yeah,
or you can lay on your back. Okay, I know.
You can lay on your back and bring it like
motion. I know how to get the motion. Yep. I low key be getting the motion.
And scissor kicks. Put your all hands under your back and just scissor.
I need to focus more on those. I be trying to switch up my abs now, but I need to. I think that's my little last part. I need to target the little bottom part.
Right.
Get that V.
But yeah, man, that's what I'm trying to get. Like. Okay. Get it flat because I got it, but I need it flat so it actually look like it's like the VV.
Yeah,
I got like a lowercase type thing going on.
Like a little.
I got more of a U. I got more of a U.
I got more of a U. I need to sharpen that thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to sharpen that thing.
I need more of a point on that too.
At the bottom, I need to get rid of
sharpen that pencil up.
But man, I've been reading. I've been reading this week.
Oh yeah. Let's get into that.
I read every.
Okay.
Oh no, I didn't read. What did you think I read?
The books.
Oh.
I thought we were supposed to be starting Message to the Black Man.
Well, Earlton told me that ain't a good book to start back into getting reading because I need something that's going to be engaging to get back to
Not
it.
Somebody yelling at you.
I'm about to say, you don't need something that's going to, it's too repetitive.
Yeah.
You're not
I'm reading this book called Tuesdays with Maury. It's about,
what is it about?
This guy, he had a professor named Maury, and essentially it was like his favorite professor in college, but then he graduated college and life happened. But then because the professor was like a world-renowned like sociology professor, and he like saw him on the news because he had got diagnosed with ALS, and so then he went to visit him on a Tuesday. Then he just started visiting him every Tuesday, and he was just giving him like his perspective about life because he like had because he was slowly dying because you got ALS, but he didn't choose to be sad for himself. Yeah, he just like fulfilled his life. He just like embraced the stuff that made him happy, and he didn't have pity and stuff. And he just like talked about what was important in life from his perspective. And the guy had like a lot of different topics that he wanted him to touch on each time when he come to visit on Tuesday, and they eventually started recording them, which is how the book came about. But so it was like family, regret, and so it's just from an old man perspective about what mattered. Like, but I always like talking to older people anyway because I just like hearing like. Because at the end of their life, they ain't never bragging about like how much money they got or what they did for work. They always just talk about their family. So it's just
what made them happy. And stuff.
It's been a really good book.
Send me that. I want to read that out.
So those topics, do he tell those topics through like things he went through in his life, or he just? Well,
just his like a viewpoint on them because he got a very and because his main thing that he said, you don't learn how to live until you learn how to die.
Come on now.
Like, and so he just like, it's just like keeping stuff in perspective and like, because he's saying how you just get caught up in just the small things in life that don't really matter. But it's like a really easy read. Like in real life, if you like a moderately fast reader, you can probably finish it in 3 hours. Because like I've been reading because it's such a quick read. I can't read a chapter because a chapter is only a few, like
yeah.
few pages, and there's only like 100-something pages, and it's like
Oh,
big
yeah.
fun. It's a very easy read.
Okay.
And when I write my book, I want it to be an easy read. I don't want people to look at it and get intimidated, like where it's small letters and it's like, and it's still 300-something pages. Like, nah, we're gonna make it an easy read. I like it, but it's an easy read. Like I say, I'm like probably 60% done, and I read Monday, Tuesday. Then yesterday I read, but I didn't read as much. But it's been really good, man. Like it's been what I need. Like it's been so good. I've been praying after I get to read the book.
Really?
It's good. I like stuff that just put life in perspective, because sometimes you can just get caught up in it and it don't really matter.
It's
And I've
like
always
philosophy.
had that feeling, but that was kind of linked to mental health issues. But
Okay.
you know, now it's just like I still have them thoughts, and I'm okay, but it's still like I just like the grand scheme of life. And I've always wondered what life was about. That's like my number one question. Like, why? What is life about? Like, what's the meaning of this?
Okay.
Yeah.
Of life? Like, why do we do this? Like,
Okay. I was just about to say
and stuff. And man, I don't know, man, but it's been opening my mind. And then too, man, what I really been like was really been bringing me joy is seeing like people interact with their kids that like that's like like the joy bring them and the smile. Like it's been like warming my heart where I'm like, I like that. But that's really been like I really been enjoying that, like seeing it. But yeah, it's been a really good book, and
Okay.
I've been doing my little fitness thing. I accidentally, because I closed my eyes. My technique on the Stairmaster is, which I wouldn't recommend this because I'm 100% sure this isn't safe, but I close my eyes on the Stairmaster and see how long I can go with my eyes closed. That way I don't look at time, and I normally like to listen to something because songs are like, I can tell how many songs and how long a song, especially from my jump roping day. So I know, I only think I through one song. I mean, I can only be at 3 minutes, but when I listen to something with just converse, like a podcast, then I don't know how long it's been.
Right.
So I like to listen to podcasts with my eyes closed, and I don't open my eyes until like I just get to a point where I got to open my eyes. And typically on a good day, that's around 13-ish minutes.
Okay.
I go 13 minutes with my eyes closed on the Stairmaster. Bare minimum would be like 10. But I did that Monday. I went 13, closed my eyes again. Because my threshold is 15. But then when I opened my eyes again, when I was at 13, I closed my eyes and opened them again. I was already at like 16 and change. So I was like, I got to get to 17. So I got to 17. Then the following day, I kind of had the same situation, except on that, when I opened them the second time, I was already past 17. So I was like, oh, well, you got to round it off.
Right.
So I got to 18. Then yesterday, I ain't going to lie, I opened my eyes at 10, closed my eyes, opened them back, and I was still only at like 13. But I was like, well, I know I'm capable of getting to 18. So you're going to get to 18. So I'm working my way up to 20. I'm going to get to 20. I'm going to get there. I ain't going to lie, the 18, it don't look sexy, and I don't just be killing it, but I continue to
You
step.
get there.
Boy, sometimes I'm like,
be stepping.
so sometimes I'm like,
Yeah.
my neck up, and I'm just like trying to get some breath through me.
Yeah.
But I get there. It ain't pretty, but I get there.
Hey, man. As long
I
as
was
you
about
get
to say,
there,
you
right?
do better than me. I'm still on that treadmill.
But I forgot-
3.5, and
But
30.
I forgot how good I feel when I'm reading a good book. Like it's a different
pleasurable.
feeling, bro.
It's
like,
pleasurable.
I ain't felt this feeling in a long time because I have went through a nasty rut with books. But when you reading a really good book and it's
Yeah.
like talking to you, like
Yeah.
your soul, and it's
Yeah.
like, man, that's what I said. I've been
Resonate.
praying afterwards.
I was
I've
about
been
to
like,
say, yeah.
I needed this.
It'd be
Like,
awakening something like the inner reader in you.
yeah,
Like,
I've been thanking God. Man, I needed this. Like this is reinvigorating. Like I'm really enjoying this book. So it's gonna be tough to follow up, but I got other books.
yeah. Oh, you asked for that book. I don't.
That ain't the one to follow up with.
I'm about to say it ain't gonna give you what you think it's because it's more.
Instructional.
Yeah, and it's more, and I mean, there's a little bit of like history in there. There's a little bit of Black
It'd
history
be like in
there.
that perspective.
Yeah,
You need that perspective in this stuff.
yeah. Like for me, that's why you can see where I stopped at. I haven't finished that book yet, but I was like taking notes too. But yeah, I'm on like book 4 now. I've been reading nothing but autobiographies, but instead of doing another one, I started like something else, The Outliers. I think I put it in a group message yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
By Malcolm Gladwell.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, that's why I heard of that before.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You just gotta like psychology and like
Yeah,
a little bit of analytics, because
yeah,
what he talk about is like people of success and how people get to success, and like how we think about it. You know, a lot of people think about, oh man, these people, they had to grind and they had to like do all of these things to be successful or to be smart or just to excel in sports and stuff like that. And he kind of like broke it down by like telling stories and giving you examples of like certain things. And he was talking about how, you know, he's from Vancouver, Canada, and he was like, you know, hockey is big out there and stuff like that. So they got like the major minor league hockey league out there. And he was like, there was a psychologist that like went to the game with his family, and his wife like pointed at the roster and was like, look at all their birthdays. And everybody on the team's birthdays were like between January 1st and March 30th. And you know me, I was like, oh, astrology, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, that's what it's going. Okay, let me see what he's talking about. And he was like, nah, it has nothing to do with astrology. It has to do with like where the cutoff date to like play hockey is. The same thing with like certain like baseball. Most people that play baseball, their birthdays are between like August and October or something like that, because the cutoff for baseball in the United States is like in June or July or something like that. So the thought process behind it is, when you have a cutoff at a certain point, the people who excel and who are like all stars and the outliers, so to speak, are the people who are older, because they mature faster. They have more time to like play. They play against people who are older than them and things like that. And the same thing with like kids that are, you know, excelling in school and stuff. So people in GT classes, this is what like really got me, was people in GT classes were typically kids that were older. So kids that like couldn't start the next year because the cutoff date was after August, or because their birthdays were like in January. And so when I thought about it, and I thought about like my class, like whenever we was at Bancroft and the people who got in the class, I was like, oh dang.
Yeah, no, you said that.
I'm about to say, now that you think about it, I was like, yeah, most people birthdays was heavy on the front end of the year. It wasn't really many people that was really in the second semester. Like I can only think of like a handful that was actually in the spring that was in those smart classes. Whatever they call it. Gifted classes.
Gifted classes, And he was like, so he pointed that out. I was like, dang, that makes sense. And I was like, you know, obviously not making an excuse for nobody, especially myself. But when you look at it, it's just like when you have kids like in the gifted and talented classes like they had, and then the kids that were like on that second half of that year or like closer to the cutoff date that weren't in those classes, it kind of made them feel like, well, I ain't got to really try like talking about, if you know what I'm saying, if y'all are already saying that these people is gifted and talented. And he talked about that too, and I was like, that's the furthest that I done got at this point. But it's really interesting, the outlook and how he broke it down with the ages and the maturity levels. And people, like if you know, are one of the older people in your classes or the older people on the team, then you're gonna catch a growth spurt pretty quickly, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to everybody else. And just things like that. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
The book sounds very analytical. It's interesting though. My mind running, because in high school, I'm thinking about all that. The elite athletes. They was dang near older or not in their right grade or like.
Yeah, for sure.
More so on the front half of the year when their birthdays was.
I'm thinking about it too. I'm running through my head.
Like I think of the name like, but in the right grade, he was older. Like his birthday was in the first semester of the year.
I'm just thinking about everybody in my class. Like he was in my classes.
He was
older. Birthday was in the fall.
He was
Because my
like-
birthday in the fall, you know.
Exactly.
And I was like, well,
I was about to say, but you were in the like y'all are the same age,
yeah.
so you started a year later. You know what I'm saying?
Like I could have been in their class.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. So it's just like when you think about stuff like that, and I was just like, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, basketball, and then it went on to talk about like American basketball is different because you can find a court outside everywhere.
Yeah. Except
So it don't. So
no
yeah,
cutoff,
you can
no cutoff.
exactly. So with that one, it's just more about like if you want to play, you can find a place to play.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying? But with football, there's a cutoff. With baseball,
You play it in
soccer,
the season.
exactly,
It's in the
exactly.
season, yeah.
So it's really good, man. I think I'm on page like 45 or something like that. So I should be done. Well, Emery back now, so I should be done with that in the next couple of weeks. But
Okay.
yeah, man, it's a pretty good book. But I'm running through the mugs. I ain't gonna lie.
I
I'm about to
haven't.
say, yeah, you on number 4 already.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Yeah.
I haven't started. I have not been reading, but
Yeah. The only reason I will say, like, the longest book that I've read right now is the autobiography of Malcolm X. The second one I read was Dick Gregory's autobiography, which is really good.
I heard it was good.
It's really, really good. I like the way that he wrote it. He wrote it like kind of in satire, but also like it was kind of poetic as well, and it was a little bit sad, but it was funny too. So that was really good. And then I read the autobiography of Frederick Douglass. And that was pretty short. Like those two were pretty short. That's why I got through them. They're like 200 and something pages.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
I've never actually read an autobiography. I don't think. Pretty sure I haven't. I know I definitely hadn't as an adult.
Yeah. I think other than those, the only one I didn't read it, but I listened to the autobiography of Jay Prince.
Oh yeah, I
I
did
did
listen
listen
to
And
that.
now I'm about to say that mug is on Apple Music, so it's
Yeah,
kind of hard not to listen to that mug.
You're right.
you know
I
what I'm
have
saying?
listened to that.
Yeah,
I
I
did.
did listen to
I
that.
listened to that.
It was, and that was pretty good. And
That was
he was
good.
the one that was narrating it,
Which
so
made
it
it
was like
better.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then I bought the biography of Pimp C, but I
Yeah.
just never finished it.
I think
It was on my phone. That's why
I have that
the hard
the
copy.
physical copy.
Yeah.
I think What was I supposed to bring you? Was I supposed to bring you a book, or did I make that up?
I asked you for the Scarface book.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, that was me.
yeah. I was about to
It's all
say,
good.
I didn't.
But
But if you want to bring it,
we've been talking about books lately. I know I got the Pimp C book. I got the Scarface. You guys just remind me the date
yeah, it's all
before
right.
when I pack.
No, I have not been reading, but I'm like that y'all boys diving into those things.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I might say he.
this
deep
might be a
in.
good time.
no, this is great because I was supposed to. Yesterday, I said I was gonna come home and read,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't. But
thought-
this just gave me the
I
inspiration.
say then we got that little awkward 2-week gap after this.
Oh yeah, I'm really about to dive into something because
Yeah.
football about to end, and now
Yeah.
I got to find something to do with my afternoons and
Yeah.
my Sundays and my Thursday, Friday, everything.
Yeah. I was about to say, now, like I haven't even been like the TV hasn't been on. Like the house
Yeah.
has been quiet. Like
Yeah,
and work has been like kind of slow. So I really just have my laptop open, quiet in there, right by the window, just reading.
yeah. I got a good incentive this week, so of course the fast, and I'm back on the little workouts and stuff. I actually have a tangible goal to look forward to now. So my office was signing up for the mud run in McKinney.
The mud, man.
Yeah, it's a mud run going on. So it's like it's a 5K, but it's like a mud run. So it's like obstacle courses and rope courses and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And it's like it ain't a first second. It's just a completion thing.
Yeah.
You know how it go. But one of my coworkers, she jumped in the little company. We so small, we got a company group chat. Just
Yeah.
6 of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She jumped in there and she was like, "Hey y'all, we should do this, blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
And then the branch manager was like, "Yeah, let's do it." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Let's get it on. You know. Then the next day at work, we was all talking about it and like, everybody gonna do it. They after like, cause I was fine in the group chat. I was like, let me see what these people talking about.
Yeah.
Cause like, they ain't seen no competitive side of me. I ain't as competitive as y'all two, but I'm still an athlete at heart. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I wanna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it in if I'm in that mode. You know. And I told them, I was like, all right, y'all really want to do this? We can do this. You
Yeah.
know. and they give you something to work out to, work
towards.
towards. Like, okay, I'm gonna be ready because it's in May.
Oh, you got time.
But I could be a machine by May.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it's in May, so we signing up for that. And it's funny because we got different ages. We got we got like upper age, we got middle age, and we got a youngin. He gonna carry us. He gonna carry us.
I was about to say people they relatively fit.
Yeah, everybody relatively fit. You know what I'm saying? They are really. Come to think about it, everybody's pretty fit. So, and they give you time to get your stuff together.
Yeah.
So,
I'm about to say, May, you got time to lock in, fall off.
Yeah.
Lock
How do you
back
prepare
in.
for that?
I don't know. I'm gonna just, you know what I want to do? I say because I saw the video. I sent it to y'all. It's just like a regular obstacle course.
I've seen people
Yeah.
do that before. I think it's more of a fun.
It's
thing
like a communal thing, and
Yeah.
they do that like the day of. It'd be like booths and food and
Yeah.
concert and stuff. But no, I'm gonna just get real into my calisthenics.
Yeah.
I need a deep squat
Yeah.
every day. Loosen that up because
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot of
Yeah.
jumping over stuff. You know what I mean? But it all lined up because that came before I was even told him I was doing the water fest.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, this just in season then.
Yeah.
So that's a good incentive. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
be
good.
fun. I would do that.
Yeah, same.
I was like, if I had noticed, I would have told y'all the name we could have did it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I would do that.
yeah, man, I'll send it to y'all so y'all can look at it.
Want to do it?
Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah, I'll send it.
How many people you gotta have?
It don't matter. I don't think there's no thing for the. I just know the sign. So there's a $30 sign up before the 28. After the 28 is $75.
Ooh, that's a big deal.
I'm about to say
a
that's
big
what y'all need to
difference.
know. Yeah. So I got to pay $75 because I ain't gonna get what I need to get into after.
Yeah.
But that's okay with me because it's like a
Something to look forward to.
technically our company can't sponsor it because of liability, but we all signing up and we gonna go.
Yeah.
But yeah, if y'all want to come, it's in May. That'd be a good thing,
Yeah, I'm messing with that.
That'd be great.
Yeah, you gotta
Matter of
send
fact,
that.
I'm throwing it in there right now. But I just walked in. Well, that happened. Like that conversation was happening
Is
at
it
night.
May 11th by chance?
I think that is.
I just
Is it in
Googled
McKinney?
it.
It is McKinney.
Yeah, that's the one at May 11th.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
drop
one.
that.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, if you already got it up.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
But yeah.
You know, that's by me.
Yeah, that is by you. And
Yeah, because I think it's more of a fun thing than
we should do
anything.
it. And they was like, bring your girl, bring your
Yeah.
if you want to do it. Y'all can sign up with us if y'all want to.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be good,
Yeah.
because I ain't really had nothing to, I
Yeah.
ain't about to sign up for semi-pro football, but
Yeah.
but I ain't had nothing to like get that fire in front
Yeah.
of me, and I was like, yeah, I could lock in.
Yeah, nah, that's something good to like look forward to. It's fun, but it's still like challenging to you. So it's
Yeah.
kind of still like
Yeah.
me against me type
Yeah,
situation.
exactly.
Well, they making it. That's a lot of. They said save up to 53% if you sign up through Sunday. They're saying sign up.
Yeah, they saying sign up. Yeah, sign up. So 28. So, but that's a little incentive I got. Other than that, man, work has been good. I told this the last time, but I got my biggest job coming up with the biggest money attached to it. So I'm really looking forward to that. I want to like knock it out of the park, man. I want to like, I'm talking about I want to get it done.
Yeah.
Don't have to go back.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the one to kind of show. Cause my manager said they had their managers meeting last week, and he went to the headquarters in Arizona, and he's like, "Yeah, man, they was talking about your job, man."
Yeah.
It's like, "Hey, everybody looking at you,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying?" So I'm like, "Okay, this is my time to
Yeah.
like show this why you hired me, because I can get these things done."
Yeah.
You know, so I'm looking forward to that too. And other than that, it's been good, man. It's been a good month for me,
Yeah.
career wise, and
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So, been cool.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
I try to, I try my best.
Yeah.
But, other than that, yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on in my life.
Like I said, a month is just zooming by.
It is.
Yeah, I know.
And February gonna be even quicker.
Even quicker.
I'm about to say because it's just naturally short.
It's naturally short.
It
Yeah.
can only be. It is 29 days this year.
Mhm.
Okay.
I normally don't know that kind of stuff. I just recently looked at the calendar
I was about to say that means that the Olympics is this year. Where are they?
in Paris.
Paris.
Wait, that's what that means?
Every 4 years.
Well, I know when the Olympics is. I didn't know the
Yeah.
29th only happened every 4 years and it fall on the Olympic date.
it just falls on that same year.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
yeah.
always like that on purpose.
Yeah.
Was it on purpose?
I don't know if it was on purpose. It's just
one of them
a leap year.
Winky dinks.
Yeah.
That's what a leap year mean when
Yeah.
you get the extra day.
Mm-hmm.
What happened if you? I knew somebody that was born on a leap day.
Yeah,
Well, on
Yeah.
a leap. Why they call it a leap year if it's only a day that you
because
Because the year is longer, I guess.
366.
Yeah.
365.
and it only leap?
Yeah,
Yeah.
leap.
It like leap until
yeah.
That's I don't know the actual reason for it, but in my mind is
My bad.
after this year it leap until the next 4 years, and
That's
then,
why they call it because it don't happen every year.
Yeah.
so they take a leap.
Yeah.
It's not a jump; it's a leap.
yeah, yeah.
I don't even know. No, LEAP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay.
Did they ever have a spelling bee at y'all schools in elementary?
In Houston, not at Orange, not in Anderson.
I was about to say we went to the same school, so
Yeah, I'm
I'm
about
not
to say
sure.
yeah, we didn't have spelling
Nah, it
bees.
wasn't
Now we would have like
spelling test.
in order to prep for the spelling test. I know in my class we would play
Oh yeah,
around the world
yeah,
where
we'll do that.
you get up and you go to each person. I don't know how that worked. Like, did you tap or say who could spell it first, or if y'all both get asked? And I can't remember that far back, but I do know that was first grade. I do remember that standing up and then you know that was the big test in elementary school.
Spelling test.
Yeah,
it was
when you was in the younger grades.
That and timetables.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I used to kill time.
Time.
When it used to be time too.
Yeah.
When I think it was like, what was it, like you get 5 or 3? It was something.
It was like
crazy.
3 to 5 minutes, but it was
Yeah,
like
it
a
was
page
time.
full
Be like
of
60
yeah,
of them.
yeah.
Maybe like in a little graph.
But see, that's
and
how,
it's on front and back.
front end back.
Yeah.
but I said that's how you just learn.
Well, you
to
hear that paper flip
automatically-
over?
Yeah.
You hear that paper flip over?
That's how you just learn to just automatically have. I think they did that to just so you can automatically just have 0 through 10 memorized,
For sure.
like whatever is
Yeah,
times
For
or
sure.
whatever.
For sure.
Because all the zeros, all the ones, the number is multiplied by
Yeah, for
twos.
sure.
It's just
For sure.
Nah, it really got up there when you got to the hundreds and the double digits
The
and
double digits.
triple digits. That's when it was real.
The double digit timetables.
Yeah.
Time.
it'd be timed.
yeah,
that'd be
I
on.
don't
That'd be
know
on.
if I ever did
like
that.
135 times 26.
Oh nah.
I remember like 27 times.
I remember just 5 times 6, and it just be a lot of them little single digits.
No, I remember
Yeah,
that.
I was about to
know
say
that.
yeah in the beginning
Yeah,
but
I don't remember the double digit one.
bro
Yeah, I'm about to say,
I didn't know it was time. Then I remember learning long division, but again, I don't remember it
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
timed.
That's funny.
long division is crazy.
I don't think people do that in real life.
Long division.
Yeah,
I divide stuff all the time.
in my mind, I don't do long
but you don't
division,
do
though.
you don't do the number with the
But once it get to if it
Yes,
ain't
I have
even,
to. If it's a big number, I have to.
dang.
When it don't get even, I just like that. It ain't an
calculator.
even number.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think yesterday I was because it was like 12 divided by something that I was trying to figure out. It probably had to do with time, but I was like trying to figure it out, and I was like, when 12 didn't go into that first number, I was like, damn.
We gotta put that decimal
Yeah,
point.
you gotta bust that thing
Yeah, you
So
gotta
down.
bust
adding
it
them
down.
zeros.
You gotta bust it down. You gotta bust it
How
down.
far I gotta take this? We got a remainder.
Ooh,
Oh, bruh.
33 repeat.
33 repeating.
Got a remainder, man.
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
That's man.
That's funny. That's funny I mentioned that because education has been something that's been on my mind this week because we talked about it and everything like that. It's interesting to see how they shape you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm detached, so I don't know what the kids do these days. I felt like
I don't know.
Yeah,
it kind of amazed me though how bad some people be at math. Because I was like, wait, didn't everybody get drilled on them same little
yeah.
thing? Like we were just talking about the little multiplication. Because I can easily like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just excel in math, but I do think
I was about to
everybody
say
should know
Same.
everything.
I did my
Everybody
little
should
year.
know everything from 0 to 10 times each other.
For sure.
No, for sure.
That's a
You should
0
always-
to 12. We went to 12.
Well, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay,
I feel
okay.
like
Oh,
bare
okay.
minimum.
Oh,
You
bare
should know
minimum.
0.
Yeah.
Like if somebody said was 10 times 8, you should not have to think that hard.
Yeah.
For
In
sure.
my personal
Add a
opinion.
0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I think some people like naturally just not, or some people just wasn't really into math, so it just wasn't like.
Well, yeah, I know that's not people, and they normally say that about black people. Typically, we don't tend to test high in math, but I'm just saying, like, as far as like just basics, like I think I feel like every adult should know how to multiply to 10, up to 10.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
the combinations.
For sure.
And then too, once you just learn the multiples of stuff, then you really cheating because I just know how to count in multiples from 0 to 10.
Yeah, for sure.
Now it'll get blurry once you start getting up past
5, 6.
Well, it depends on the number. Because I'm pretty comfortable.
I would say I'm
5 is easy because it can only be 5 or 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Then,
I would say I'm pretty good up.
Up to
Well, I can't even.
Up to
but
12.
I
was about to say,
I
I
also
Up to
think
12.
I use math probably more than the average person on a day to day.
Yeah, I would say for
Yeah.
me, I'm good up to
Because I use
20.
math pretty often. Once I start getting into my job, when we in our busy season, I use math every day. So
yeah, I use a lot. I use a lot of percentages in this job. 25% is 10 discounts. So, you know what I'm saying. So I'm getting back sharp. You know what I'm saying? Getting back
can't
sharp.
stand that. 15% always tick me off because I don't know the. I always got to figure out what I'm gonna do to get to 15. Do I want to divide by 2,
10.
then multiply by 3, or do I want to divide by 10? Or then you can do half of whatever the 10 is, and then add that on. Like, there's a lot of different ways.
I used to ask people like, "How do you make 10?"
But you know the beautiful thing. You know why I love math, me personally, because I'm a pretty black and white guy, but I do appreciate it because I think it's a metaphor for life. It's a lot of different ways to get to the same answer. So technically, you can have a completely different process. Like when I was talking about 15, you can have a completely different process to get there, but it can still be right, and that's okay. It ain't really no right or wrong as long as you get the answer at the end of the day. Yeah, you can go about it, and I think that's how everybody approach life. Like everybody got a different approach as long as you get to where you're trying to go. But that's why I like math because it ain't really no hard. Like you can get to a lot of different ways. Like if I say, "Hey, get to 5," 10 minus 5. Sicko do 1 times 5. Do 2 plus 2 plus 1.
Yeah.
And that'll let me know. I like
50 divided by 10. You really just
if you want to take it there.
Yeah.
If you want to take it there.
But that's what I like because it's like I think that's why they were so big too on like showing your work because I ain't saying you wrong, but show me how you got there.
Yeah.
Tell me your method, brother.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I kind of came full circle in my life with what I do for work now because you can't be wrong. You just need to prove why you did what you did, and as long as you can back it up with math showing, then it's like all right then.
Yeah, now that's amazing.
Because I literally get asked, "Well, hey, or how did you get to that?" I'm like, "Oh, well, I did this." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like, you just got to explain how you got there mathematically.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah,
just however you got there, tell me how. But I've always like I don't know. Math for me was always my thing. It always came easy. Always came natural. Because for me, it's
it
like
agrees with your thought pattern.
And then too, for me personally, I feel like it don't ever change. It's a constant. Like 1 plus 1 been equal 2 since the beginning of time. You have one. That's 2. For me, I don't like science because it's ever changing and evolving. Like we used to have 9 planets. How many planets we got now?
8.
See, I don't even know because then they took something out with Pluto. Then it was X. Then it was something, and then it's like, and then science is based off. We think this it, but you can test the hypothesis and prove it wrong. Like it's that. What's that called?
The
circular.
The something. It's a cycle that you go through
because
it's the hypothesis. Then you test it by doing the something. Then you do
that's
the something.
That's the. Yeah.
I'm not sciencey. Like I like. And it's getting worse as I get up. Like I say, hey, if it's science related, I can't argue. Now some stuff it just I know ain't right, but I can't prove it ain't right.
Watch yourself now. Watch yourself.
But I don't know, and it's just so complex because then it's like this is a hand, but then the hand is bones, but then the bones is joints, and it's like it get deeper and deeper, and then it's cells and
molecules,
bloods, and it's just too much. And then the body make different stuff, and that process called something, and the vesicular and nuclear and
cardiovascular.
Hey, with math basics, addition, subtraction, multiplying, dividing.
PEMDAS.
The concept stay the same.
PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear ancestor.
Yeah, the concept stay the same. It ain't nobody about to discover that 1 plus 1 don't equal 2. It's gonna, but science is over. Like what they thought was science in the 80s, what they believe it ain't. What it's like, heck, nah, that ain't right.
Yeah,
and for me,
science is a lot of theories.
I don't like it. It's called something, y'all. It's a something like
it's the process, scientific process.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. Because it's different stuff in the scientific process. It's the and then the
Yeah, the scientific
Oh
process.
yeah, because it's literally a flow chart. Yeah,
It's the scientific process. Because I sit on the other side of that table.
because observation,
science.
hypothesis,
like
then it's an
science.
experiment. Then you got to do the control group, the experimental group, the results, the evidence that supports the hypothesis or the inconsistent with the hypothesis. Then you got to revise the hypothesis. Then you repeat. Then it's the scientific theory. That's how you get to the scientific theory.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, that's just
I like science because science and math go hand in hand.
And that's the only thing I ever did good in was chemistry because I could balance equations because it was math based.
Yeah.
But I just
math is cool, and I enjoyed math, but I'm on the other side.
but I'm left handed too
Oh well,
because they say left handed people use the right side of their brain, and that's where you typically be better at math if you left handed. And I think it rang true because me and my family, we left-handed outside of somebody. I can't remember who. I'm not trying to be funny. I just don't know. It's either Paul or my daddy, but one of them right-handed.
they had to use the scientific process.
But my sister is
They
literally
had
a
to use the
math
scientific
teacher.
process to figure that out.
Yeah, science is just, it's too much, man. I'm not
You
in
know
I
it.
what I'm
can lay
saying?
up with my left hand.
Yeah.
I shoot with my right hand.
Yeah.
But I just, science. So what, I guess, but see, for me, it was weird because I super excelled in math, but was really good at everything else. Then I might have just been just,
Middle of the pack.
I was
Or middle of the smart pack.
just enough to say I was
Yeah.
smart. Like I could just get through. Like I had to try to get through in science. Everything else was effortless, but I had to try to get through in science. And then even I think science might have been the only thing I didn't get commended in because I would get close,
Yeah.
Right.
Because as I say, I'm not bad at like just from my lesson, I can get my lesson now.
Yeah, you
Dang, that
understand.
sound really country, but I just can't. Don't expect me to excel or be above average. Like I'm above average.
I know
but
enough. I know enough
ain't
to be dangerous.
I'm somewhere between average and good in science.
Yeah.
If you educate me, I can
Yeah.
retain it. But even with mitosis, because I used to have to remember that. I was like, oh, it's like a club, and you gotta.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's just straight information to me. It ain't like
Tangible.
I don't know how to It's just
It's too abstract.
for me. And then but I'm taking over. You was a science man. You
Yeah,
said that's what that was your. You said that was your one that you excelled in above all.
Yeah, it was science, and then it was math, and then basketball. Like it was.
What subject would you say you was the worst in?
Writing,
Oh,
English
really?
language arts. Yeah.
Hey, that's ironic that you read.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't.
Come on now.
Like I didn't.
Come on now.
I was about to say, I think we had that conversation. I used to read just to get them AR points. I was
Yeah.
trying to go to Sports Connection.
He said
You-
that. He said, yeah.
You didn't. Oh, okay. Yeah, you didn't have to do the summer readings.
Nah, because I wasn't in those classes.
Ah, yeah,
My birthday was at the edge of the.
yeah. That'll do it every time. Should have held you back. Then you would have been a big dog.
I had that talk a lot, all the way up until middle school about me being held back. My dad was gonna hold me back all the way up until I got to middle school, and I was like, "Nah, it's too late, fam. I'm here now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get held back early in elementary school, it really don't.
It kind of fizzled. Yeah. It kind of.
Yeah, you don't really remember like that. But once you're in middle school, it was just like,
Like, no, sir.
yeah, like
Hey,
I can't play football next year.
You halfway through at that point.
Exactly.
Might as well just
Right, keep going.
keep working your moves.
Yeah. Exactly.
We got
So,
you, babe.
Yeah, but nah, like English language arts, I never liked to write. It's even now though, I'm not gonna lie, like it's always been difficult for me to like put thought down on paper.
Putting pen
I
to
was
sheets.
just about to
Yeah.
ask you that.
Like, cause I can talk, I can talk all day, but in order for me to like take my thoughts from my brain and like put them on paper, there's a disconnect there. Like
Man.
always.
Man.
That was like one of the reasons why I kind of stayed away from going back to school. Like I just, it's hard for me.
I'm about to say then, once you get to a certain point, dang near ain't nothing but papers.
Exactly.
just writing papers.
I was about to say, whenever I was in school for psychology, I had
that's
composition
heavy
to-
paper,
I'm
baby.
about to say you asking for it.
I'm about to say
Yeah,
that
exactly.
paper based.
exactly, and I hated it. I hated it.
I never knew that about
too.
you.
Yeah, I don't like writing.
Dang, I figured, especially we was just talking about you, an avid reader. I figured you like putting pen to sheets.
Even
Dang,
like I
that's
want to,
interesting.
I want to like write a book, but that's why, like I like reading, but I also like documentaries. Like I like cinema. So like for me, I probably wouldn't like write my own book, or like I want to do like something on my dad. I wouldn't write it myself though, but I would like tape it.
Like a Malcolm X, how he had the guy.
Alex Haley, yeah.
Or like
I would have one of y'all listen to me talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I never knew that about you.
Yeah.
Dang, I
Hate
learned
it.
about you.
Yeah.
Dang. And always, when I learn something about people that I've been knowing for a while, it take me a while to process because I don't think I know everything about y'all, but I be thinking like, I got
You got a good.
like I like to think I'm in the 90s range.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
be like,
High
when there be
90s.
something that come in there, I'm like, oh shoot, I never
Yeah.
knew that. Especially since I know you like to read a lot. Dang, I never knew that.
Yeah. I like knowledge.
Huh.
That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? I like to know stuff. I like to talk about it, but to write it down, I've never been good at like creative writing.
Oh man.
Like whenever we would have like our tax tests at the
the
time,
writer prompts.
I hated them.
Oh man, I go crazy.
And I can like, I know enough and I'm good enough to be dangerous, but it takes so much for me to be like, because I'm an overthinker. So like, I'll like write something and I'll be like, oh no, that ain't it. Cause in my mind, I'm like speaking it. So
Yeah.
how I write is how I talk. So how me and you, or how we would talk and how I would like explain a story,
Yeah.
I can't convey everything that I need to convey on paper because I know how to pitch my voice. I know how to like say things a certain way to like get certain things. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think your voice is hurting your little?
No, because I read it back and be like, that sounds stupid.
Dang.
And I've done that plenty of times. Like, but I've never failed a tax test though. Other than ironically, I failed the math tax test, but that's another story for
What grade
another
was
day.
that?
11th.
God dang, that's kind of up there.
Yeah.
What did you have to do?
One, it was something that happened when I took the tax test. Matter of fact, we took the tax test and I had surgery on the same day of the tax test. So I had to take mine. Oh, no, I didn't fail it. Oh, yeah, I did. I had surgery on the same day as the tax test. I had to take it during the summer when everybody took it the second time. I was taking it the first time. The day of that tax test, my great grandfather died. Yeah. No, it was the day of his funeral. So I couldn't skip it again. I had to like at least take it one time because the next time was gonna be my last. And then I felt it. I was trying to hurry up and get out so I can like
stuff on your mind. Other
yeah.
stuff.
And then I had to take Miss Tolliver's class to what is the tax prep or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then that time, like I tested, like I probably missed like 10 questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot going on that year.
Yeah, it must say it sounded like it was a lot of working part. Oh yeah, that was my senior year. Oh yeah. Crutches.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a lot that happened that year for me to fail that. But I've never failed a reading test. I've never failed a writing test. But I've never got like what was it when like you got like an award for like creative writing, or it was something that you got for the tax test. If you were like,
that was
if your
commended?
paper, was it commended?
Yeah, that's all you could get it in taxes. Commended. You talking about something else? But in tax, you either pass and you get commended.
No, it was commended. I've never gotten commended. Like I've never gotten commended on writing like ever. But I like I said, I did enough to be dangerous. Like I did enough to pass.
I like that expression. I'm gonna steal that. Enough to be dangerous.
Oh, that's my thing at work. Whenever they ask me something about something, I'll be like, Adobe Analytics. I'm not a professional, but I know enough to be dangerous.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I've never been a writer. Never been able to just sit down and write, which is funny. My daddy got a book coming out. So
then
that's
that
like
you-
polar opposites.
I'm gonna say, especially since you read so much, I think those will go kind of hand in hand.
Yeah, I like to. I know how to talk and narrate. Like I can do that.
See, I'm the opposite. If you let me, like, I can talk through it, but it might take me a while to kind of get to, especially if it's a matter of the heart or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
I can get to it, but I'm probably gonna have to talk a little bit. But if you just let me, if I can just write it and just get concise, oh man,
Yeah.
I can put something together through words now.
Yeah. No, I ain't.
That's
never,
when I get my most articulate and poetic. If I can type or write,
Yeah.
and I can get my thoughts together and just and I ain't rushed, and I can think, because when you talking, it's more like it's more reactive, and sometimes I be saying stuff and I'm like, oh, that ain't how I wanted to word it.
You want to think it over.
Yeah.
I would have worded it better if I would have had time, and then it just start flowing. But I'm definitely a writer. Like that's like one of the things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write a book or two before it's all over. The King Within. Every man can be the king of his own world, whatever that means to you. Real short, quick read. I'm in and out that thing. Just a self empowerment book really it's for everybody, but I call it the King Within because
For men.
anybody can be the man in their own world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you start looking around and other things, comparison, but
Yeah.
everybody, it's enough space out here.
Yeah.
What about you, Julius? What was your
I was good at everything.
What was your
Yes, sir.
the top one you excelled at the most?
Writing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a good writer. I'm a great writer. Actually. That's the only thing I'm kind of boisterous about.
Yeah.
I ain't really boisterous about a lot, but I'm a writer for sure.
Yeah.
I'm a writer. I'm writing science. Then math is in the middle. Then actually, write science, history. Math might be last.
Yeah.
I stopped history. You just gotta have a good memory.
But I'm talking about contextual history too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
Because I'm into that.
Yeah. I'm into that because I'm into that.
Yeah, I'm into that. Check my YouTube. But no, writing came good to me because I was going to ask you, did you have a very expressive household?
No.
See, I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I got very comfortable with emotions and words and feelings. Like we had that as kids in my family.
Yeah.
As y'all know my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like writing was an easy thing for me. Like I enjoy writing prompts. I enjoyed the writing classes. Like I liked it,
Yeah.
It was something that came easy to me because I like you said, I get to put my little mean on there, like and like one of the things that I always did good with my writing was just like voice. All my teachers said, you have amazing voice. Like I can hear you saying this. You know what I mean? And I think that's true. And science was good because I'm just an intellectual, man. I just like you said, I like knowledge. I like discovery. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I like discovery.
Yeah.
That's what made science so good to me. So
that's a great word to use.
So like Ed said, yes, Ken, but damn, is sales under that?
Yeah.
See how that's like that for him? That's amazing to me. You know, it's like take something within that and within that and within that. And that's why that was cool for me. And math, I was good at math. Don't get me wrong. I was good at math. I was good until I wasn't. That's what it was. I was good until like 10th grade. Then I was just like, forget this. Because I knew what lane I was going into. It's like, most I'm going to probably get out of what I need is just algebra, calculus.
Right.
And then I liked geometry because I loved the formulas. Because I love
you dealing with shapes and stuff.
but it's just plug and play. It's just plug and play with geometry.
That right side.
But that was my favorite. That was my favorite time. In the quadratic formula. I love a good. I love a good quadratic formula.
Yeah.
But outside of that, in education period, not to, I guess you can call me a nerd, but I just like the information. I like the information. I like learning, and and writing just that really developed something into me because I don't hate it. I don't try to look past it, man. I've helped a couple of our brothers for the cover of their papers. You know what I mean?
I'm about to say, I called you many a time, sent you my paper.
Yeah.
I think my thing is too, like, I felt like why I did really well writing because I was more creative. Like you give me a prompt, I'm gonna instantly come up with a story, a wild story that's gonna have everything. Like,
Ed, do you remember we went to the art museum? So the art museum of Dallas, me and Ed went this had to be 2015.
I'm about to say at the latest.
At the latest. So
I don't think I wasn't living in Dallas.
Yeah, I know you wasn't. I wasn't. I was in Denton. I don't know why we came down here, but we came here to the art museum, and they had this little section, and I liked it. And we should do this exercise a little bit more often. So there was like a page, there was like a book, right? And on each like open face page, there's a blank page on the left, and there's like some lines on the right. And what it was meant for is like if somebody draw a picture on this side, somebody can make a story on this side.
Yeah.
Ed drew like a pig, and that's all I had to go off of.
Yeah.
It was a dark story. It was about the pig getting picked to be slaughtered.
Yeah. That'll do
I
it.
think that was at the Perot Museum too. That's a children's museum.
Yeah.
Like a science.
That's why.
Hey,
Kids
because I let
science.
Ed, because I
Because
let
it was really getting into it. Because I looked at I was like,
hey,
all right.
I remember Ed read, he said, Jesus, Julius. There's children in here. It was a dark story. I wish I would have took a picture of that. But stuff like that, like you said, like just those little exercises where you can be creative. Those are cool. Yeah, but
yeah, man, because I think that just speak to the creative in me. Because I would dream about movies that didn't exist. Like I'm just
you have an interesting mind.
I'm just creative. I like that kind of stuff. Like I told you I wanted to do sketches because that's just easy for me with stories. Because me, you and Miko, we like do that like off the cuff where we just come up with an imaginary scenario and talk through it, and it's a whole storyline with
people
crazy amount of
motives
jokes
and everything. Yeah. But you know what? I will say this. Where I probably poured in all that creativity to my writing, because I did kind of like, I wasn't no drawer. I can stay in the lines a little bit. I wasn't no colorer. Wasn't no painter.
Yeah, that was me.
Wasn't no singer. You know what I mean? So like,
I think that's where all my artistic ability was just in writing and just my creativity when it comes to writing.
Yeah, literally. I could freestyle, but that's still a form of
writing.
You know what I mean? So that's like,
that is true. That is, I guess, my artsy thing. That's all I got. Like when people, I can't draw at all. I can't sing.
Like when people are like, do you have a talent? Some people are like, oh, I can dance, or I can sing. I'm like, well, I can write. You know what I mean? Like that's what most of my things went. That's what it went.
I definitely, my creative went to, like I could draw.
Yeah,
I could.
So you could do all those things.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to draw too.
But the thing,
I envied that.
But the thing with me is like I know how to do all of those things, but it all came from like that discovery. Yeah. Or like just learn, because I taught myself how to do that. Yeah. I taught myself how to sing. I taught myself how to draw and paint and things like that. Like I started teaching myself how to play the guitar. Yeah. And a little bit of piano. So it's like
I did do a little piano.
Yeah, like a lot of stuff that I know how to do or like creatively learned how to do was because I just took an interest in it and was like, let me see if I can do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I got there. But man, growing up, bro, everything for me was just more of like I just want to see if I can do it. Like it was never like math was like just easy because it was just easy to me. But also like I like to do math because a lot of people couldn't do it. So I like to like the people that did know how to do it in the class. I like to like beat them.
You know what? I can feel that. Yeah, I can feel that because I remember I said I was good until I wasn't. I think that line got pushed further because who my friends were. Because I look like all my friends are good at math. I think I'm probably the worst person in our whole group in math for sure. You know what I mean? And I had classes with them. So
I say you had some calculators.
Yeah, no, for real.
I'm about to say
That's different. Trey
Carroll is like that.
JaCoy good too.
Yeah, he good at math too.
But like my core interest, they like cerebrally.
Yeah, they calculators.
You know what I mean? Like Trey look at something, just figure everything out. Yeah. So I had people to like teach me. Yeah. Not even teach me, like we all got the same answer, but my core be like, well, you could have got the answer. You just did. Yeah. Like, man, you ain't even writing nothing. No, don't even be on my core paper. Well, for real. Like,
at all.
UIL math boys.
Hey, number sense. Yeah. I did do a year of number sense. That helped me. I was in them test rooms.
I'm about to say, that's why I took math. Because you was a UIL science guy.
I was. I was.
I went in there, I looked at one of them tests before. I was like, get out my face. It ain't no way you can even study for this. You just gotta know random crap.
Yeah, it was.
But see, with UIL math, I did everything. I did general math, calculator, and number sense.
Yeah, I did number sense, general math.
Now I ain't gonna lie, if I had to rank those, because number sense you couldn't use a calculator. It was
straight
straight off the dome.
And the first two would be easy. Then it just get.
I wish my court, because if you got to that, because
the second column,
you got to that second column. I mean, you was probably dipping your bag or you skipped a lot. But that calculator, you get that calculator.
I wasn't in none of that. I was about to say, yeah, nah, all of those stories be funny to me, and I just think back like, dang, like who. Did y'all like have an interest in UIL meets and stuff like that, or is that just something that like somebody told y'all about that y'all should do as a activity?
I think when we first got to middle school, I think they just came to like the advanced classes and like
they was like, do this.
Yeah. I don't even know if it was asked. Maybe it was asked, so maybe we had to take a test to see if we could do it. I honestly I don't remember.
I will say this: I knew of UIL meets before because Justin
did them.
Now Justin is another calculator. Like he another just get it. You know what I mean? But he
programming is perfect for him.
Yeah, no, that's a smart dude. And he just moved back to Texas. Shout out to Justin.
Yeah.
But anyways, he was going to. That's how I knew about him. And then it was like a social aspect.
I'm about to say, because pretty much everybody that was in the smart classes did UIL. So it was like a natural transition. And then it just...
And they fed you. Well, they gave you money.
I'm about to say, then the meets was fun because they give you money. I think we get like 20-ish or something. Yeah. 13, 14.
$14. I remember.
And...
seafood corn.
And then you get to... We would go to the meets would be like mostly just in Southeast Texas. And in between your events... We was just outside playing, bro.
Yeah.
Like somebody bring a football, wall ball was like the god of things.
Wall ball was like that.
And then when Ninja became a big thing.
Yeah, then we did Ninja.
Massive games of Ninja, 20 people.
You know? Ninja was towards it. Now, see, I will say, when I wasn't as... I felt like sports in middle school wasn't as time consuming, so doing UIL and sign. I mean, then doing UIL in sports was easy in middle school, but then once I got to high school, I kind of dropped the whole UIL.
Yeah, me too.
Thing,
I might have went to like 2 in high school.
Well, because I know our freshman year, you still trying to hold on to middle school. We would like go, but technically we was just kind of going to the meets where it was high school and middle school, because we had to go with the middle school people because we didn't have like a designated UIL high school person.
Yeah,
and we never hosted meets either. Like, we never.
That's funny. We literally never hosted. Meets, but it became like a thing. It was fun though, like because like you knew you was gonna go to Westbrook,
Needling.
You was gonna go to Needling. I think P&G would host one.
P&G would have one.
Then when we go out there to Humble, because that was the big one. We would go to Humble.
That was like, hey, do your stuff.
Because we go to Deerbrook Mall.
Mall, yeah.
And so it was like a thing. Then too, that's what we do for like when it was lunchtime. They just take us to the mall and you just be with your friends. So it was really fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was a big social aspect.
Massive social. Like if it didn't have that social component, I probably wouldn't have been that interested. Because I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't really that. I was that good.
That wasn't
like I'm like. Good at math compared to the average person, but once you start getting with them type of brains, I was average. I ended up making it to state my senior year because it was a team and
team sheet.
And because of the team made it, so I ended up to go. So we ended up going to because state was in San Antonio at UTSA. Because in middle school, I was like, "Ooh, I like this campus. I think I want to go to college here," and then just forgot.
And the Final Four was there that year too. So it was all the Final Four banners and stuff. I remember that. I do remember that. But I got the team sheet, science.
We all kind of low key wiggled our way.
Everybody that year, everybody went.
Bro, we all wiggled our way in because there was some people that was just actually good at it and we go, but I wiggled my way in.
Yeah, me too. For sure.
But it was fun though. Looking back on it, I guess it'd be nerdy, but
But it was like cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
And it was like how everybody just. I mean, I was gonna be with my core anyway. I was gonna be with Trey anyway. And
I didn't really hang out with at that point in middle school, I didn't hang out with none of them people out because I lived in. We lived in the Navy, so I ain't. I ain't be around these people. But then when I moved to West Orange, after 6th grade, it was still like nobody lived in West Orange. So I didn't hang around nobody but Dante outside of school. So. For me, it was like I say, it was twofold. You got something to do on the weekends.
Yeah.
Got a little
Because
money.
it'd take the whole day pretty much. Your whole
Yeah.
Saturday
For real.
be gone.
For real.
Then you got a little money, so you could buy your little, you can navigate. And sometimes, depending on, I guess, the distance, they give us money for breakfast too. So,
Yeah, they would.
well,
They would.
I used to eat like a king. Man.
Yeah, they would. Boy, that seafood corner, bro.
Yeah.
In the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd
Man,
be
that's the one.
automatic for that.
And then we always used to get, well, you probably didn't do it, but we used to get ices too. That
Yeah.
was like the thing we'll get. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Then I'd always be jealous of the parents that give their kids money on top of that. 'Cause that was that.
Yeah.
Might get about 5. But some people, because some people go to GameStop and buy a game. Like, oh,
Yeah.
dang,
That'd be
that's
tough.
what's up.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't getting no extra money. I think my mom maybe give me
That was-
5, 10, cover the difference maybe. But
yeah, that was them PSP days, MP3 days.
because I remember when we went to state, it was a big deal. I got $100 bill, and my dad was like, "I want my change."
That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's
But it was
crazy.
a big deal. That was a lot of.
That was a lot of money.
Dog.
I remember you saying that, like, man, my daddy gave me $100.
But he was like, "I want my change."
Yeah.
Like, it was a sit down with that $100. It wasn't just a here, have fun, congrats, son.
Well, we was at this restaurant in San Antonio, and the way they took our order, and it was like a beef and chicken thing. This dude, Ed, man, because everybody was ordering the chicken with.
Yeah.
And Ed, I forgot what you said, Ed, but it was hilarious. Like it was. I
It
think
was just quesadillas, but yeah, I was like, I was going.
See, you remember
the
I just-
beef?
yeah.
And I was like, just chicken.
Yeah, I like, man, we was like, hey, stop, man. He was trying to say beef because he didn't want to see, you know.
Yeah.
He was like, man, get that chicken, man.
I was like, yeah,
But
chicken.
anyways,
That was on the Riverwalk.
there was Riverwalk, yeah. So
Cause I remember that because afterwards we went.
they had like a little stage down there.
we was playing that weird game where you go around a circle and you got to do what the person.
Shimmy, shimmy,
did in
shimmy,
front of
kaboom, kaboom.
Yeah.
Shimmy,
Because I remember I had got somebody camera. Because somebody from journalism had the camera, so I was taking pictures.
Yeah,
Because then Sarah Ragsdale stopped in front of me and she was like,
yeah. Yes, you
and
did.
so I was like,
Yeah, I do.
gotta
Remember that.
participate.
I do remember that. I do. But anyways, look,
Good times.
the education or the thirst for knowledge. I would say this. Going back to our original topic, nothing I ever tried was shot down either.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I benefited from that. Like I learned what I was kind of good at
Mm-hmm.
early. Like, and it wasn't like my mom was like, "Oh, don't do that," or somebody was like, "Oh man, don't do that." It was just like, "Oh, I did good in this. I did."
Yeah.
I tried to dance. I had a little ducky, but you know, I tried all that. Tried to draw and art and stuff. That wasn't me. You know what I mean? But I can do that. You know, so
Yeah. I was like in elementary school, I was all A's and B's. All the way up. Well, it was straight A's until 4th grade. 4th grade came, it was A's and B's, and then I got my like first failing grade in 5th grade.
Dang.
And but it was literally because everybody else was failing. So I bless you. It was just kind of like this is what the cool people do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was just like, I just had a bad attitude because I feel like I should have been in GT classes, but that's just me looking back. I didn't really care at first because the people that was in there, other than Big Ryan and Day was in the GT classes that year, and I was like, how the.
shout out.
But looking back on it, Big Ryan was born in May, and I'm gonna be using that for a long time. But nah, like yeah, it was just I was just like, dang, that's crazy. But yeah, after I ain't get in, I was just like, it is what it is. But I ain't never had nobody like pushing me to be like,
That's funny because it took a lot to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is too, though, I ain't gonna lie, I performed pretty much all through grade school based on what was expected of me because I didn't get into like those classes until like maybe 4th, 5th grade. I got in late.
Yeah,
But then I didn't like when I was in regular classes, I just didn't try, to be honest. Like I think what changed everything for me was 2nd grade when my mama best friend was my teacher. Cause then it was a different level of accountability because I was still struggling to read, but it was just because bro, my main focus was playing. I ain't like when I had to sit there and try to learn. I mean, I guess, but I ain't really try to apply myself. But I think that was what changed my momentum when it was like started being expected of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I just, whatever was expected of me, I just naturally rose to it. But I never thought to myself, "Ooh, I really want to." But it was like, "Oh, well, I'm in their classes now, so gotta do."
So when I was in advanced classes like from the jump after like first grade. Cause after kindergarten, cause after that, that's when they start putting you places. And I remember when I moved to Lorena Oaks, I was in like a regular class. It's like third grade, cause in third grade I was still in my GT classes. But when I moved to Lorena Oaks, I was in third grade, and I was cause that's when Larisha and them was over there, but I wasn't in their class in third grade. I was in just a regular class, and that was my worst conduct year of school. Like I was a bad kid. I was a bad kid in third grade. That was like the worst I was ever in school.
That was me all the way up. Anyway, go ahead.
That's when I was a bad kid. But I remember my teacher telling my mom, she was like, he gets done with his work too fast. Like I used to just I'd be done with the stuff in like 10 minutes. Then I'm just talking to everybody. That was my issue. And then she was like, then they moved me to another class. Then fourth grade, they're like, "Hey, you going over there?" And then that's what kept me in there, because I was just in the regular class. I was in GT, got put into a regular class because we moved schools, and then they quickly just transferred me over. But
what's funny, and then we can be done. Yeah, but whenever I first moved to Orange, I went to North, and when I was in North, I was in like the quote unquote slow classes. And
remember back that far.
I didn't even go to North.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I was in that thing.
I was in that thing deep for sure. I remember that.
Yeah, I was in like the slow classes, but it wasn't because of my brain. It wasn't because I was like lacking. It was because they didn't have like room, I guess, and
that's how that is. Yeah, that's how that is.
But I vividly remember that being like a joke in like my family around that time.
Oh,
and then
serious moment, my man.
Yeah, man, I'm grown with a kid. I'm about to say, and I make more than a lot anyway. But yeah, man. But yeah, man. I think that had like a lot to do with me getting into like elementary school and like how I felt about, because I just was bad. Like I had a bad attitude. I was like more focused on like fighting and just being mad all the time. And anytime I would get in trouble, it would be like, "Oh, well, he's very smart. He's the smartest in the class. He's always angry." And so it was never like, "Oh, go put him over there in this other class." Youth. Yeah, I was mad.
Bull was an angry youth.
Yeah,
so.
it was a lot going on, but yeah, man, that was like, I feel like I think about that a lot though. Like if
you making me remember love,
because I remember like not. Like my cousin, his schedule, like he was in the smart classes. His schedule got messed up, and he just never got it corrected. So then he was just in regular classes.
No, that's what I was.
And then it just like he was like they was like talking about he needed to skip a grade. Yeah, but then they put him in the regular classes, and then he just kind of just disengaged. I was like, I think some people like they rise to the occasion. Yeah, like if you put them in the smart classes, then they gonna naturally
do that.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people like.
I feel like that's what it was. It would have been with me. Like that's why like whenever I seen the people that they had put in there, not saying that they didn't belong, and I was just like,
you just knew.
Well, what about me? I was like, I know what my grades look like, and I know some of them cheated off of me, but like it was.
I saw that happen in reverse too. It was a lot of people that was like, "Man, you was up here, now you." They just stopped trying.
But then I see people that would like had regular classes, but then had some smart classes, but then the smart class they do good because it's like
they got to do.
It's just the expectation, so you're just gonna rise. Most people are rise to the occasion or try to.
And I've always been competitive, so I've always just been like, whatever's around me, I'm trying to do better than all of that. Like
I used to just be like, man, I can't be the only one that failed.
And then too, like I said, I just when I would like, because it was kind of standard at a point in high school where your schedule was going to be wrong at the beginning of the year. So you're going to be in a regular class. And just seeing how like
The difference, yeah.
Yeah, and like the emphasis being on education compared to like just classroom management and just trying to keep people calm and just not being disruptive for the boss. I was like, oh, I see the difference. I was like, I see how people just don't care because like the emphasis ain't really on like learning. You can just really just be chopping it up, talking the whole time.
As long as you ain't acting up and fighting, then
you just get kicked compared to the whatever classes, AP, advanced classes, like when education started, it was silence, and then you might hear a few whispers, but it was like everybody shut up, and we locked in or whatever's happening.
It would.
Anytime I passed by them classes, everybody was looking up, especially Mr. Werner class.
Oh yeah,
you was sitting, everybody looking up, and then like write a little bit, and then
he had control of the
that
wasn't a class that allowed room for social.
I had
Miss Hill class either. It wasn't.
No,
it would. Now it was. It was most classes you can get a little chat in at some point. Like once the lesson was over, it was individual. Yeah, you could kind of get the little talk in it, or the little before the.
Yeah, before
it was going to be a gap. But Miss Hill, that was
you walk in there and don't say nothing.
You had to be a different type of animal to try to talk in there
on the walk in.
Yeah.
But Miss Hill, that's one thing I would say, because you said this in the group message the other day about us having like some good teachers. Miss Hill, I took Miss Hill sophomore year, sophomore, junior year. One of them.
No, junior.
I'm gonna say that's when I.
Junior.
I took her my junior year, and that was like obviously she just had a strong personality.
No, she did.
A very strong personality. She controlled all of that.
She knew your people.
Yeah, I'm about to say, she helped my dad get his teaching certification. She was she was connected.
She'll call you by your family person.
I couldn't. I ain't have no whipple. My sister too. I ain't have no whipple.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
She was too connected. I had to act right.
She knew everybody.
She's like, I know Miss Ruth don't let you. I was like, oh, that's my grandma. Hold up.
Yeah, and she used to drag them asses.
Man.
Yeah. But I was in that class, man, and that was ELARs. That was reading and writing and all of that good stuff. But
she didn't require that much out of you, though. Really,
Commerce Place.
She's the only one that like in high school. She was the only one that like made me like do work.
You had warning? You didn't take warning?
Yeah, you did. You had it with us.
I got out.
You sure was?
But she's the one who told me that I need to be in his class.
Yeah, boy, you was in.
Because I was in Mr. Smith class.
But I remember you being in Wording with me.
I was in Wording class for 2 weeks, and then he came in there one day and he was like, all right, tomorrow we're going to test on the summer reading. And I was like, I didn't even know I had to do that.
Right.
Because you had to take the summer reading to get in there.
I was like, I signed up for this class because Miss Hill told me to sign up for this class. All of my friends was in there. I was like, oh yeah, because when we got in there, it was me, you, my Corey, and Tion, Lee, and Trey. And we was all in there talking and stuff. And I was like, oh man, this feels good. Like I was like, bro, I know all these people smart. I was like, I feel real good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, we're gonna test over the summer read. And I was like, bro, I can't fail the first test. And
you could. Most time I did.
Most time you could have just
read that.
But see, ain't nobody tell me that until a month later. Trey was like, "Bro, why you not in the class no more?" I was like, "I didn't do the summary." He was like, "We didn't even take the test."
No,
or just fail it like the rest of us.
Or
I thought if you failed, you out of the class.
Another.
Now you operating at a deficit because if you fail it, but you can.
But also, really quick. Also, that testing used to happen before school started too. Mm-hmm. So because we used to take it in the library and lecture room, all the testing was done there before. So if you would have took it then with the rest of us, you could have.
Oh, looky.
Yeah,
I'm about to say I didn't even know. I didn't even know there was a straight reading, bro.
Grapes are rap.
Spark knows that stuff. I did not read that up.
You get the gist. You still gonna fail, but you just barely fail. Yeah. Just Spark noted. Yeah, because that's all I did.
But then
I didn't know about Spark notes.
But Ed, his paper would have been in the other stacks of papers. They're like, you know what I'm saying? It would have been like that.
Because at the end of the year, normally you have to go to the little meeting where they tell you what the summer readings.
Library lecture. Mm-hmm. Get this book. Because
we had to do. It'd normally be 2. It'd be a shorter one. That is the one that I read. I'd never read the long. But then they had the super thing you were supposed to fill out to show that you read. Oh yeah,
the little the summer reading packet.
Shout out to Reggie. Quaz is kept. That was a man that was on top of his work always. Because he'd actually do it, and I think that was when he was splitting time, so he just be bored. So he actually read The Grapes of Wrath.
Man, we used to do like a little powwow every summer.
Yeah.
Me, JaCoy, Riri, and all them people in our class, and Paige and them. We be like, all right, let's get these answers.
Yeah.
Grapes of Wrath was
The
just too
test is
long.
tomorrow. Let's just get this.
Yeah.
and then
I
let's
tried to read The Grapes of
Yeah.
Wrath. It was
I
just
didn't
too
try
long.
I'm about to say nobody took, but
Because that's
see,
the one.
Nobody told
I
me.
never like.
You didn't go to the meeting before the school.
Yeah.
ended.
I was about to say I
Yeah.
didn't start looking into like those classes until
Yeah.
Yeah, you was
sophomore,
operating
junior
at a
year.
deficit. You
Yeah,
didn't even
so
know.
I was just like, it wasn't until like
Yeah.
teachers started being like, why don't you?
And you know,
You should probably.
and you know what? You're right.
Yeah, I
should have
just,
been in them classes, bro.
You was
I
definitely supposed to
didn't.
be in them classes.
bruh, my.
And I'm your classmate. Big.
I was about to say I now obviously and like in high school I knew, but by the time I got in those classes, I was just like, it's too late for this.
So-
Like I don't care enough, and yeah, if I got to take a test to be in this mug, I'm really not about to be in this
So
mug.
I got 2 points. That's why I said earlier, like, it was harder to get out of GT than it was to get in. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
because like once you got in elementary, they just kept you with your same people.
Yeah.
Y'all know that's how our school district went.
Yeah,
That's number one. Cause I know, shoot, everybody that I was in class with, like I've been in the same class with these same people. That's why I unwillingly knew so much about so many people. Anyway, now my second point is this: I feel like, and this is why I said the comment about the teachers, because I might be biased, like Ed said when he said he was focused on learning. I think we might have got the best out of the teachers because we were the people that actually like.
It was
I'm about to say,
minimum
y'all got the
classroom
teachers.
disruption.
Yeah, like
Y'all
we
got
got
the
we got we
teachers.
got them as teachers instead of
Yeah.
just come on, authoritarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what
They
I
didn't
mean?
have to do that too much.
Yeah,
with us.
no.
And then
because-
our quote unquote bad people, they really wasn't bad. They just would never stop talking.
yeah.
But they was smart too, so it was like
Like
it was like
JaCoy.
but the
JaCoy.
teachers knew how to teach,
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
and that's the thing. Like in the regular classes, those teachers, a lot of those teachers was just
Just give
they
them
just knew how to like get the students to shut up.
That's why I said I felt like their main focus was just on classroom management, just
Yeah.
trying to like
Yeah.
keep people.
Or they was like young
Hey.
and like getting started
and just
and
be
like
overwhelmed,
and
'cause
just don't
it's-
know what to do and just
because like I remember being taught. Like I remember Miss Campbell, Miss Coach Collins, and even Wernig and even Washburn and James.
So Mr. Mearshite was the
Mr.
man.
well,
I
Mr.
had him.
I never had Mr. Midshite.
That
Oh
boy,
yeah, now yeah.
he was
'cause
the best teacher.
Yeah, it was math
Yeah.
teacher. He went to Rice.
And-
he was smart as heck. Miss Tolliver went to Rice too, as quiet as kept.
No, Miss Tolliver was that thing, man.
But I say though, I sat into some of her class. She didn't get to teach because some of them students.
No, I've been in some of her
I say
classes.
when my schedule was messed up
Yeah.
and we was in there,
That mother was-
I was like, oh,
To the
yeah,
roof.
I was about to say the bell rang. He's throwing papers up. People just up and talking. Whenever, because I had her for the tax prep class, and you could know you could probably
could
infer
imagine.
who was in there.
Yeah.
And
I got a list.
I was about to say yeah, and you right. And we was in that mug. I used to like stand up and be like, hey y'all, like come on fam,
Yeah,
like because she used to be over there in the corner just like. I'm just waiting on the bell.
Yeah, for real.
And like it'd have been time, bro. I just been like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like I go up on the board and like tap on the little, they had you gotta calibrate that mug.
Smart boy.
yeah.
And I used to
I'm
do
about to say,
all
I
of
remember
that
Mr.
stuff.
Mearshite. I used to have him first thing in the morning. He gonna get that thing warmed up and ready.
Well, get to, but yeah,
He
tapping
used the
thing.
heck out his smart. A lot of teachers didn't even fool with it, but he used.
He knew
it.
the ends of it. He would be.
Yeah, he.
Yeah, it was yeah, man. She was
Hey,
a
he
good
get that
teacher.
sip of
but-
water. He right back to it.
He was really too good for that school.
Yeah, man.
That's why he left and went to Bridge City. I wonder where he is.
You know,
now.
he started at Memorial,
Oh my god!
so he was already
Yeah.
battle tested, bro.
Yeah,
I was about to say he
Yeah, he
went
started
to Red
at-
City.
after us,
Yeah,
he left West Orange. I don't know where he.
Nah, he went to Lamar because he was my Comp 1 teacher at Lamar.
Well, he must have went to.
he
must have
probably
went to-
taught it.
Wait, Mr. Mearshite? He taught math. He went to.
Oh, I'm thinking of Wernig. Never
No, I'm
mind.
about
Go
to say
ahead.
no. I
Yeah.
know for a fact
Yeah.
he went to Bridge City.
Yeah, nah.
But I don't know what.
But that
happened
makes
after
sense though.
No.
Yeah.
But when he said he started at Memorial, I'm like, oh, this ain't nothing. Dude.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, well,
Yeah, yeah.
you
already
some
know.
minor leagues
Yeah,
compared to that.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's a lot of elements, but
No shade, no shade.
At least we ate all. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
shout out to PA. Shout out.
Yeah.
But I'm just
That's crazy.
man.
We ain't wrong.
But I was just saying that I remember being taught by them, but also like we said, discovery. Like I ain't gonna say I actively seek that out, but it was sometimes I'd be like, oh, this is a good little. All right, and I pay attention, but
I think I just rose to the occasion.
yeah, you
The only person
performer.
that really stimulated my mind was Mr. Warney because he had more of a college style approach.
He showed it. It was
Yeah.
more
Like,
lecture.
He'd have
Yeah.
something on the little board with the little warm up questions, but after that, he's just going whatever's on his mind.
And
he just
I
gonna
just like
educate
his
you on.
mind. Like he was, and that was like for me, like
He
it
definitely had a
wasn't
college approach.
Yeah,
You just gonna learn something. It
Yeah.
ain't even got to be English related. You just
Remember?
gonna
yeah.
Was you there when we talking about them ants? Oh man! But go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, Mr. Wernig was like one of those teachers where, like, if I only had one of those teachers, like maybe
That-
once
Yeah.
a year, like I had one teacher a year that was like that.
Yeah.
Like Coach Collins was one of those
Man,
teachers.
he was a great. He
Like-
was a
Yeah,
great
Mr.
teacher.
like the White Collins, yeah.
Like, yeah,
he was like a great.
He was a great
biology
teacher.
teacher.
'Cause I'm
and
like-
that was you in that class with us?
Probably
Well,
no.
well, because you
I don't.
remember.
that was my first period class my freshman year.
Yes, that was me.
Yeah,
yep, I was in there.
because
Yeah.
you Brandon, you're
Yeah.
like that was a great class.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, man.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say because he eventually moved up in grades, but then like because I remember our senior, you could either take AP something
Biology.
or AP something,
Yeah.
but he was supposed to teach one of them,
AP biology.
so that's why I ended up taking.
that's
that.
why everybody wanted to take. it.
Yeah.
But then he left.
Then he left.
Yes.
He
and
just
so
went
then
to
we
UWA.
got god dang just that
Yeah.
teacher
Yeah.
that didn't do nothing because
Yeah.
that class was pure chaos. And that's when I
Isaac?
learned I had the other lady.
Silver.
No, it was
James.
no,
Miss James.
no, that was junior year. Oh,
That was
shoot.
chemistry.
No, that was 10th grade because then Mr. Washburn.
You
was
talking about your
junior
senior year?
Because Washburn taught something
He
that
taught
I
physics.
took my junior year. I took
Yeah.
that, and I took chemistry my sophomore year.
Yeah.
Miss James, I think, yeah. Anywho,
I'm about to say
we didn't connect teacher wise.
She was just her personality.
Skinny.
And then
wasn't-
that's what made me
Skinny.
like with science. I needed somebody to help me because I struggled in her class, and I had to do them dang moles. Or was that Mr. Washburn class? I can't remember, but yeah.
Yeah.
But anywho, but yeah, it
Anyway.
was a new teacher. She was there. I seen, but that class was chaotic because it was like a mix of juniors and seniors. It was me, Trey Carroll, my Corey, Trey. Maybe Brandon Jackson was in that class, and then all my
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Bro, that class we didn't learn. But I learned though, you get the difference if a teacher gonna teach compared to a teacher that
That
just
won't teach you.
give you
I'm
some
telling
work
you, bro.
and-
That's like
'cause I ain't gonna I didn't make myself learn now. Like I said, if it was an expectation,
I was
I
there
was
to be
gonna
taught.
rise to it. But
Yeah.
hey, if you just gonna let me talk, especially my senior year.
Oh yeah.
for me, it was just what was going on around me, man. And our freshman year, when it was Coach Collins,
Yeah, that was great.
it was good. One, he was our coach because we was freshmen.
Yeah, that's true.
But two, he was like very.
He
He reminded
knew
me
his
of Jack
stuff.
Black. Like he was very like
He knew his
animated.
stuff. Yeah,
he
he
knew
was
his
really
stuff, but then
good.
he knew how to like
Make it-
relate.
yeah.
I'm about to
and
say
like
he made me like science.
Yeah,
that's
like
why I
he-
wanted to take him.
Yeah.
So I
yeah,
was like,
he-
oh
yeah.
no, I need that.
Yeah.
yeah,
for
nah,
sure.
he's like he was very
very
smart,
good.
bro. Like he was like
Like he wasn't just a coach. Like, oh
Yeah.
no, he's
yeah, he like that was one of those teachers.
Yeah, he be wilder than basketball. That 5 on 5 off nonsense.
Oh yeah, that's
And
why
when he would yell, oh my
Yeah.
goodness,
he would go crazy.
Yeah, his yell was.
Yeah,
Well, he couldn't do that in today's day and age. So I'm
Nah.
like, yeah, you gotta.
yeah.
yeah, you got to
tone
calm
down a
that
little
down.
Because he was wild.
Bro,
in
he was a
football.
good
Yeah.
yeller. Like
Yeah.
his voice would carry.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
you
nah,
could
he
hear him
would
across-
like. I used to be
You
like,
could hear
bro,
him across
can
the field,
chill,
No,
like,
like,
yeah,
his voice carried.
He had a
very
boisterous.
yeah,
Very boisterous.
yeah. But yeah, man, it was all about the teachers, man.
Well. But I'm gonna say
And-
that's crazy to think you can go to the same school as somebody and get a completely
different
different quality of education.
bro, totally different, because it was, yeah, because like for ELAR we had Mr. Smith, and for Mr. Smith he like if you can get him telling the story because he got a story, and if you could get him to talk about himself, you pass the class.
Yeah.
Because by the end of the class, he didn't talk the whole time about himself. He can't give you no work because he didn't teach you nothing. So the whole time you done passed, like that's bro.
Can trick them, eh?
Yeah, Miss Sugar was my freshman.
I like that.
She was my writing teacher. That was like my very first time writing a research paper, and that research paper was over Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Wow, this was like I made an A on that paper."
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends, bro. It just depends. For me, it always depended on who was teaching it and how they was teaching it.
It's tricky, man.
And if somebody kind of like you say, somebody expected something out of me, it was like, okay, well, point me in the right direction, then.
Yeah, it got to be that expectation.
Yeah, I mean, I know I was focused on passing more than anything for sure. Yeah, but if it was something interesting, I would have caught on. My bad.
Like I said, when I tried, it didn't take much to try. Like my trying I wasn't studying or doing like you could be above average being last minute there.
Yeah, for sure.
If I knew I had a test, it wasn't like I was studying.
No,
I looked over it right before and just lock in.
For sure.
Homework right before the class.
For sure. I
don't think you couldn't BS a paper because you had to cite the sources and had that laid out. So that was the only thing I think I had to do ahead of time. But tests and stuff, I just
for sure.
But yeah, school was I didn't have to. I don't feel like I truly tried till I got to college, and that was humbling because I wasn't used to. It was weird to try really hard and still only be making C's, B's.
Because it ain't no.
Or if you think you got something down pat and you still don't make 100, but you just make an A, but you still happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was different. It was like I don't think I ever made 100 on any test in college in my life. That was a test. I don't
know. A test.
Like, even if I thought, man, I buy it. I think I knew everything. 96, 94. And that was a rare occasion. Sometimes, it was tough, but I knew most of it. B. Yeah. Maybe a low A, but
85. Hey, you be like, I take it.
Yeah, some stuff, bro.
I take it.
See, I'm about saying, and then that was a thing. Like, I think I maybe had maybe like 179, 78 my whole time in high school.
But
then college, man. See, I was just trying to get through.
In college, did you ever successfully
grovel?
No, like argue a grade and get it raised.
Big. I ain't never had nothing to stand on though.
You grovel. Okay, that's what you mean by that. I don't think. I think one time because I was in those classes y'all don't like the very contextual.
Yeah.
See where I'm coming from because anthropology and stuff. And that's why that's kind of a good.
It was more subjective. That's
why it's kind of for those that's taking those kind of classes. Go to the office hours, man. Like, hey, let me tell you where I was coming from, brother.
Mm-hmm.
This set up this. Like, now that you now I'll give you my 90, man.
I was in there. If I don't get
What'd you say?
I'm gonna lose my financial aid. I'm like, hey, I need this C. Like, just
you were sitting outside that office.
That was my freshman year because I bombed the beginning of it, so I needed him to give me a C. Just to
keep you right where you need to be.
I don't think I ever heard that story, man.
I was begging him, bro. And he was. Well, the issue is I don't want to pass you, and then you get to the next level, and you don't, and you're not able to. But it was like an English class. I was like, come on, bro. Like, you really wild.
Yeah, bro. Come on.
But then I'm not gonna lie, the hardest class I ever took in college personally was physics because my mind it was math, but you had to. They didn't give you no setup for it. You had to figure out what you was gonna need. You may need this. It might be like they was on some. If you throw the watermelon at a 45-degree angle at this speed, when will it like, bro? I was like, wait, what formula do I? And it was like, there's a lot of them. I was like, nah. This too sciencey, bro. This too science. And I'm not gonna lie, my saving grace was that I took that during the summer and I went to his office hours every single day. Like I knew his schedule. Like I'd be there. I knew what time he was gonna go to lunch. He was gonna get his Subway. I'd be sitting right there. And he had his setup where it's like you take the test, no matter what you make, you can correct it for half the credit. So I just take the test. Like I tried, but I just couldn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then but if you went through an office hours, he'll walk you through how to do it. So bare minimum, you can make a 70 if you just
pushing it.
do something and then just go to the office hours and just sit there through it.
Yeah.
But he knew that I made it. It was very clear that this just wasn't me, but I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I liked about college because
they got that.
they'll pass you.
Yeah.
If you truly try, like I said, I was going to the office hour. I'm not saying like I'm not saying once every other. I'm like
every
during the summer too when class is intimate and you know you just stay. It's a little bit more loose. That's when I learned. Oh, yeah, take the harder stuff during the summer because they ain't as many people. They a little bit more laid back.
Transactional.
They're a little bit more laid back because that physics class where I literally just went to office hours every single day, Monday through Thursday. Because I know Fridays would kind of get weird. He didn't do them. But
did y'all keep it class or did y'all eventually like, man, how's life?
No, it was a familiarity because I went every day. But I don't know how to do this and how to do it. Like I was really trying. I just wasn't good at this. Yeah. Like it was very clear.
Hey man, what's going on, man?
I ain't never offered to buy him lunch, nothing.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm about to say,
you bought a particular Spanish teacher a pack of Dr. Pepper. You passed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I did
good
that
old
too.
High school. Man, I took Spanish 1 and 2, and then I took 3 the first semester twice. Because it never worked out for my schedule with block and stuff. Okay. It'd always be a conflict to where I can never finish the back half of Spanish. But I was, that was just good vibes. I ain't really, I learned a little bit, but we did work, but I don't know the way to learn a language, so I can't criticize it. But I know that
wasn't it.
I would learn like words, like
it's hard to learn a language without speaking to somebody on a daily.
The older you are, the harder it is because I still know like random words in Spanish, like shoes and like my cutlery and like random food.
I know like markets and stuff.
But if you say put together a sentence right now, I don't know. But that's what always get to me. Like if I hear people speaking Spanish, like I can pick up words and
crazy? You know what's crazy? Just building off my last thing I said, I was a better writer in Spanish than I was speaker. Like when it came time to learn how to write like when even on my applications, I still put intermediate on my writing. Like I could write in Spanish, but for some reason, like that was my saving grace a lot of times in Spanish, even in college when I took it.
Oh my goodness! You had to take a foreign language in college.
I took it. I took Italian first. I know
sometimes that was a requirement in certain universities.
Yeah, I think I did take it. I only take 2 semesters of it, so 1 year really.
So you took Italian.
Yeah, I did take it. Trying to be different.
Yeah, I get it.
Trying to be different. It was fun though. It was fun.
I see it on paper. Y'all had that wine tasting or alcohol class,
hospitality management class. Yeah, I was in that wine tasting.
That's what I would have.
That was a nice.
I know class. Everybody wanted to be in there.
That was like one of those ones when classes opened up to register, you got to be there because that must fill up 30 minutes.
Yeah,
I got in there though.
Yeah,
I got in there. I learned about the legs and the yeah.
That's beautiful.
But my bad. This has been
education, man.
Man.
I'm not saying we didn't even get past high school.
I know.
Education is interesting though.
But you never stop learning.
Yeah,
you don't.
When you get older, you can tailor it to how you learn. Like Bull said, you know what I'm saying?
I still feel like it should be certain life skills taught in school. We don't learn life skills in school.
What if there was like, what if you had to like, never mind, go ahead. I was about to say, what if you had to like read new stuff, like how you
like your education?
Yeah, like you gotta take a multiplication test like right now. You know what I mean? Like or take an algebra test just right now. Like that, I get ate up.
I get
if I could take it again, let me take it twice.
I think I can get a B.
I can get a 70. I'm a strong 78 right now.
Yeah,
I just need them to give me one little what's it called? Study guide. Give me a study guide for everything. I can brush up.
You right. If I had a study guide, give me
a lot of math.
I got a study guide. It's a wrap.
Yeah,
a lot of math I can still do. I ain't did it in so long.
Yeah.
Like if you told me to find the leg of a triangle, I'm like, I remember how to do that, but I ain't did it in so long. But I know
you right.
You can work that thing once you figure out one. You can.
You right.
It's always across from the 90 degrees. So if I just a little brush, just a little brush.
You right.
Hey, gotta dust off the cobwebs a little bit. You know.
Yeah. But that'd be fun. We have to do that. Like, you have to like retest that stuff just throughout life.
Yeah,
that probably keep people sharper a little bit. You know what I mean?
Low-key.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
They keep you honest for sure.
That's funny.
Oh man, my bad. Yeah.
What an episode though. Education, man.
Yeah, education. And pet, man, for those that got kids, man, like you, Mr. Bull, I feel like it's so precious now, man. I don't know if it still even go the same how it used to go. Like, you know what I was about to say? Because I've seen a lot of this and I've heard this a lot of times, even the people I've been on the phone with. We did a lot of physical learning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Remember, there used to be like fake dollars and coins how to figure out change. Like, a lot of people don't know how to give change no more. They say that, like, at the drive-thru, if you give them cash, you better count your change.
I'm about to say, and the people under us, I feel like they did more digital learning. I felt like, especially in the earlier grades, I felt like they tried to tack all three. If you was a tactile learner or a visual learner or an audio learner.
Because I remember them coins. And,
I do too. Or even the shapes that we would have. That come in a little baggie.
You had to make a circle out of it or make a square out of trapezoid.
A rhombus.
Remember that analog clock?
Yeah.
So I think that still helps us, like, how we can just know the multiplication. Because we sat there for 3 years doing timetables.
Bro, that was a thing. And it was a speed
timetables. Yeah, it was time.
So we could do it I could do it under 3 minutes.
And then like the spelling, like
in the spelling.
Our homework used to be go write these 5 times.
5 times each. Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Them in your mind.
Like, but if you think about it, like, that's how you retain it. Like, you write it out 5 times, you know how to spell it. You're going to remember how to spell it.
Now, I will say that my spelling ability is correlated to how often I'm reading, because the more I read, the better I can spell. Right. That's why when I go through spurts of not reading, my spelling is like, then it's just certain words that just always trip me up.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, my vocabulary be trash if I don't read.
It'd be shrunk.
Yeah.
Like, because I'd be like, man, I'm using the same words.
Over and over again.
Over and over again. You know what I'm saying?
And it's bad when you can hear it. Yeah. It's like, dang, I just said that. How many times you going to say literally?
Yeah. Like sometimes when people be pulling and I'm like, oh boy, you wordy. Oh, you just got that to just access
in a
to just pull.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like that ain't my little word bank.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I heard a word the other day. I'm gonna tell y'all, my God, I was like, dang. I'm like, but
it's a few of them things, man.
But man, pay attention, man.
Yeah, and nurture your kids. If you see something in them, man, nurture them. Nurture that skill, whatever it is, even if you don't understand it. Like, tell them to teach it to you.
Dang, I had another question. This could be a 3-hour episode.
I'm about to say,
go ahead.
Yeah,
take us out, man.
Yeah, man. We have to get to that next time, or y'all can keep going. I don't know, but
no.
All right, I'm about to say, we can kind of end this thing. But this has been episode 135 of the Transferable Experience podcast. Like always, remember to do all the things on all the things. And until next time.